Pixel Fold announced officially after, it was leaked by absolutely everyone.
Including video hands-on. Yeah, awesome.
Yeah.
Why is it that Google can't keep these things under control? I don't get it.
I feel like it's intentional at this point. It's literally been every Pixel launch since, Pixel became a thing.
You think so?
I think so. Well, I don't know about the intentional thing, but there's no way they care that much, or else they'd be able to get some amount of wraps on this.
You know what? I accidentally pulled mine out on WAN Show, Pixel 2, Pixel something.
Well, and remember, somebody just left some early Pixel device at a bar.
Well, no, they were mad, and I think you're thinking of an iPhone actually for that.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, that was pretty early on, and Apple was mad, and I think eventually did recover it, and was a whole thing. But for the Pixel, I did pull one out on WAN Show once by accident, and they were definitely mad. So maybe it's shifted since then. Maybe
I don't know.
They just suck at this. It's hard for me to say. But somehow Apple manages to do a much, much better job of it.
Yeah. I mean,
Samsung does a better job of it. Usually their leaks...
Basically every other phone maker.
Well, I mean...
It feels like Pixel has the most, you were just talking about there's video hands-on.
Yeah.
Pixel has the most, brutal leaks.
And that happens with Samsung devices as well. But I also don't think it's fair to compare against other mobile device makers either, because the reality of it is for the vast majority of the rest of them, no one cares. And that's why nobody puts the kind of effort, sticks their neck out to leak this thing, because why? And it's not like you can't find leaks. It's just the degree to which Pixel devices get leaked. I'm sure a Xiaomi Mi something is probably leaked at some point, but it doesn't gain the same kind of momentum. So maybe that's part of it too, is that there's no news cycle around some, red magic gaming phone.
Yeah.
No one cares.
That's fair enough. Well, Google has announced the upcoming Pixel Fold. Nearly all the details of the phone had already leaked weeks ago, so very little of the announcement was a surprise. According to leaked internal documents, the Fold is expected to have a 5.8-inch outer display that folds out into a 7.6-inch tablet display and the most durable hinge on a foldable. There were no particulars attached to this claim of durability, such as how many thousands of times the phone can be folded before becoming damaged. Google has not mentioned an exact price or release date, but the Fold is expected to cost over $1,700, according to the same leaked documents. Ugh. Discussion question: how durable does a foldable phone need to be to make it worth it? It can't. Will the Pixel Fold be significantly better than the Samsung Foldable?
So, I would like to talk about that.
Yeah.
I'm hopeful, if only because I like foldable phones. I shouldn't say I like foldable phones.
Would you buy one?
Okay, let's get to that later.
Okay.
I like being able to have a big, big spreadsheet in my pocket. I like this. This helps my life.
Hopefully that's not important.
No, it's not. It's the data from how much cooling do you need.
Okay.
So that video went up yesterday. This is a lot of data points. Hey, you guys like that? Are you data nerds? Let's go.
I do like the data points.
Yeah. It just makes a really big difference for me. I want to see the screen tech continue to evolve, because right now it seems like you get a year of trouble-free operation out of it, and after that it develops micro cracks. At least mine has. But for me, the bigger issue isn't even that, because I'll keep using this with micro cracks down the middle, whatever. For me, the bigger issue is software, and the one most annoying software vendor that has made this experience noticeably worse for me over the almost 3 years now, I think I've been daily driving a foldable phone, is Google. I still don't have support for stories. And in fact, this is wild, right? It's inconsistent. So right now, I have only 3 options. Which ones are missing? I have upload a video, I have go live, and I have create a post. I can't even upload a short right now, I don't think. Hold on, I don't have another phone on me right now. Hold on. No, might be in the wrong profile. Might be in the wrong profile for that. So let's do... Ugh. Okay. Yeah, no. I have no shorts.
That sucks. I'm wearing shorts.
I can create a post, but hold on a second. Get wrecked. Or wait, how do I just go to the channel? Oh, for crying out loud. Just go to the chat. Stop. Okay, community. Okay, the community posts at least work now. So that's good. That was broken for a very long time. But I still can't upload stories, can't upload shorts. I have escalated this, and I know they got it because I've escalated it through their creator liaison. I've escalated it through the top creator manager that I have. I've escalated it in person at like the VP level, okay, to YouTube. I have made videos about it. I have complained about it on WAN Show. They know. They know. You know what the problem is? That this version of the YouTube app is the tablet, or is derived from the tablet version of the YouTube app, which was behind on Android, not on iOS, where the iPad could do everything just fine. And it was behind the development of all the other apps. And we're not talking days behind or weeks behind. We are talking years behind at this point. So I don't know, Google. Should I trust this device? Should I trust you to give two flying craps about supporting your hardware properly when you're not supporting your ecosystem partners properly? And you're just putting the tablet version on and then not bothering to update the tablet version of YouTube?
See, this upcoming generation of phones is probably going to mark an upgrade for me, considering all the problems I've been having with my phone. I can't. The extra screen space, like the app problems, what I do on my phone, I would probably run into less of the app problems that you run into, and I would probably run into more beneficial things. Being able to open that spreadsheet would be great. That type of stuff is going to be more in line with what I'm doing. But it's a $1,700 phone that is going to show extreme wear after a year.
And
like,
chat, you're not wrong. A lot of them are saying, look, they don't care because there's so few of these things out there. I know. That's why you should almost never buy the top-end crazy motherboard.
Yeah.
You should always buy whatever the most popular one is, because that's the one that's going to get BIOS development. That's the one where they're going to prioritize fixing issues, because if they don't fix issues, they're going to get 10,000 customer support tickets, and it's going to bury their support department, right? If, 100 enthusiasts have a problem, those are theoretically your best customers who spend the most money with you, and you'd think you would treat them well. But in practice, it's not pragmatic, right? To deal with them first. You deal with the big problem first. So they're much more likely, not over the short term, over the long term. I'm talking 5 years later when resizable bar shows up as a feature.
Yep.
The most mainstream board is the one that's most likely to A, get a first-party update, and B, potentially get a community update that hacks support in, because so many people have them. But that's not an excuse. If your concern is that so few people need this device and need it to work properly, then why the f*** are you making one?
Yeah.
That's the counter-argument. So fine, you don't care. Okay then, don't make it.
This feels like we're going to run into the same problem. A really long time ago, you and I used to like echoing this whole, I don't remember what brand it was, I'm sure you do, but there was a case and power supply brand that made a case that didn't really fit its own power supply.
Oh, it was probably Antec.
I think so.
Yeah.
I just don't 100% remember.
Yeah.
But we used to meme on them all the time, because there's like, how do you not try your own power supply in your own case? And this feels like the same kind of thing. Like, I suspect they're going to launch and they're still going to have these problems. And that's a different level of unacceptable.
Yeah. How did you not run your own software on your own product?
Like, if you're going to release a folding phone, your stuff should probably freaking work for it. That's crazy.
I'm still hopeful. I would like for it to be good. There's definitely some things that, I wouldn't mind upgrade, because this is a Fold 3s. This is last gen. There's definitely some things that I wouldn't mind seeing improved. I wouldn't mind a better camera. So I'm definitely going to try and daily drive it, but I want to see a really good software experience. And if my problem was with, here's another funny one. If my problem was with third-party apps, right? Obviously, I get it. How do you incentivize a small app developer like Floatplane Inc. to make it so that the app works properly within, with my folding phone or whatever, right? How would they be able to do that if Google themselves can't do it? So I get that, right? But here's 2 Google apps that don't work properly. I already showed you YouTube. Okay, here's the Studio. Oh wait, no, hold on. I got to show you. No, this is better.
Oh, by the way, for people interested, the Floatplane beta site's fixed already.
Okay.
Boys be fast.
YouTube Studio. This is the creator app for monitoring your channel and everything. So I'm just gonna casually open. Oh wait, what is that? What are these pillar boxes? Are you kidding me right now? Okay, so then I try and do the same thing. So this comes down to app support. So I do the same thing on Floatplane and I open it up and it just works properly. It fills the whole screen. Like, come on, Google, this is your own software running on your own operating system. Okay, technically it's Samsung Touch, whatever they call it now, TouchWiz, new TouchWiz. But I'm pretty sure that you could make this work. You've had 3.5 years of retail availability, which means you've had more like 4+ years of this product being in development, knowing this is happening. And apparently you care about folding devices because you're building your own one, so you would think you would be trying to figure this out. That's it. That's all my rage for this. But I'm still oh, right. I dodged your question.
Yeah.
$1,700.
Because it is very expensive, but you have been in the folding ecosystem for a long time now. So exiting would probably be a pretty significant pain point. It's easier for me because I have not been using a folder.
Pretty tough.
Yeah.
Not because I can't afford it, not because I don't see the value, but I am very cheap.
Yeah.
And it's not a question of, does it have a value to me? It really does. But does it have, because like, honestly,
does it
these
feel
days,
right?
I don't game on my phone.
No.
I could get by with like a phone for a few $100, realistically.
Yeah, it just needs to have good battery life, screen brightness.
So does it, and you can get that for like $399, no problem.
But usually
like something really nice for $499, $599.
Usually has other drawbacks though, I find.
Yeah. So is it worth another $1,000? I feel like the way that some people spend money is really different from me though. Like I will drop, okay, here's something. I was asked for approval for $3,000 for like, I don't know, 3/8 of an inch thick concrete pad in the middle of the lab warehouse because they were concerned that if it wasn't level enough, the spot where they put our RF isolation chamber, that it could potentially like cause problems. And I was like, okay. Because that's business, right?
Yeah.
Theoretically, we're going to create content and we're going to generate revenue. But then if you ask me...
That's the other thing with the Fold, is if you said you don't play games on it, but if you work on it, and if you're able to extract $1,000 worth of value due to work...
I do, but my eyes are still okay. I could use a candy bar if I really needed to.
Yeah.
Right? Like, so if you tell me, okay, now it's for something personally. It's going to cost you $50, and it's a bracket that holds up this thing.
You're making myself.
It's like, I don't know. I could probably just get like a drywall anchor and a little L bracket and put a piece of 2x4 on it. It's fine. Yeah. Right? Like I just have a completely different way of thinking about stuff that I use personally.
Yeah.
Like I didn't upgrade until we started doing videos about it because I was locked in my house for the COVID shutdown or whatever. I hadn't touched my computer for like several years. And you would think I would just upgrade my computer all the time because I just, want a fast computer, and obviously there's fast computer hardware like falling out of the sky around here.
You do like working on your house, but that's not necessarily fair, because I feel like the example you were giving earlier was for something for yourself that was in your house.
It's
and I
not
feel
content.
Like a lot of the also that, but I feel like working on your house in general benefits like your family.
Yes, and content.
And content.
And content. I like, yes. Sometimes I do it the hard way just because I'm like, this will be
It's more
kind of
interesting.
fun.
Yeah.
And that's the thing, is I think some people will cynically
miss
go,
that.
well, he's
Yeah.
doing it just for content. And I'm like, no.
No.
I'm doing it because it's fun, and fun makes good content. So you missed a step. I could do
And
it
that
the
is
easy way.
actually an important step.
I could just hire someone to put a Control 4 system in my house. Absolutely. It's not a question of cost. It's a question of, well, what fun is that? Let's make a video about it.
Yeah.
I can't make a video about some professional contractor coming in and...
You can, but it's not going to be very interesting.
Well, I mean, we've done it. We've done it. I mean, Brian the electrician, we brought him in to just... He wired up a stupid UPS.
Stupid.
What? No, it
it
wasn't.
adds to it when it's like ridiculous. I wasn't saying it's
No,
a
it was
bad
just...
choice.
It was just a professional choice. It was just a good UPS.
Yeah.
But like...
But it's like a really sick UPS.
Okay, and then we did this. Okay, but then we did the same thing. I brought in Brian the electrician to put a car charger in my garage, and that was really the boringest Siemens car charger that ever existed.
At that point in time, I feel like he's a character on the channel, though.
Okay, that's kind of fair. That's kind of fair.
Because people know Brian the electrician.
I'm just saying, we can bring in a contractor to basically do the work, and I can make a video about it. I can make that work. Look. If I had a superpower, I think it's that I can get 1 million views on a hard drive. And it's not just that specifically, but it's like I don't have, Mr. Beast's just intuitive sense of how to make the most captivating crack cocaine in video form, like addictive content imaginable. I can't do it. I don't have that kind of imagination. And I don't have the kind of, slick approach that like an MKBHD or a Mr. Who's the Boss might take to covering the latest smartphone in a way that is super digestible to a mainstream audience. But if there's anything that I can do better than any of them, it's I can get 1 million views on a hard drive or some enterprise piece of software. Like something that the makers of it couldn't possibly imagine getting 100 views on YouTube, let alone 1 million. And it was something that I remember it just kind of slipped out of my mouth when I was having a meeting with some hard drive manufacturer at like CES or something like that. And they were just like, yeah, I mean, I don't know. They basically were not too worried about the video because they were like, I don't know. They didn't really know who we were. I don't know. It doesn't really matter. Is anyone going to watch this? I'm like, oh yeah. Like, we are probably the only channel on earth that can get 1 million views on a hard drive. And then I was like, yeah, we probably are. That's pretty cool. And so dang it, that's what we can do here.
That's what I do.
That's what we do.